Hey y'all, welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans.
I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Elizabeth.
Why don't you go shut the door?
Oh, okay.
We'll be right back. Small technical problems. And yes, we are both, and I'm cpredmor on Ravelry. And on Instagram, I'm usually posting as Knitting in Our Jeans. And we've just gotten back. I do have a little color, mostly on my neck. I can't understand why, because I use suntan lotion. Anyway, I've been posting as Knitting in Our Jeans. And yes, that boat problem was serious enough that they brought us another boat. The second boat was very nice. Yeah, you know, and we proved that we can handle a larger boat. So the second boat was a 48-foot monohull. It was a Beneteau 48.3. And
nice.
Very nice, very nice. It did not have a lot more room inside because it was set up as a 4-cabin rather than a 3-cabin. Our original boat was a 3-cabin. So I really didn't get to check out how much greater interior space there was on a 3-foot longer boat. But we were perfectly able to handle the boat. The only thing we didn't get to check was handling of the main, mainly because I ended up with food poisoning from coleslaw. So new rule for me is not to eat anything cold coming from a kiddie bar out of the country. Maybe even a kiddie bar in the country, but certainly not a kiddie bar out of the country. I'm not even going to blame it on the individual restaurant. I really do know better, but it was so hot and it looked so good. And honestly, it was good. But I didn't feel well enough to help with the raising of the mane and doing, being as alert as you needed to be sailing with the mane up. So the jib was fine. We managed to get the jib out the day 2 days before, or when that was Friday. Friday we sailed from Tortola over to Jost van Dyke, which is a separate island, which was really a nice place. And I almost went swimming except I misplaced my bathing suits. That's a whole other story.
Which is kind of hilarious.
I think it's just hilarious too. So, but tell them who you are.
So I'm Elizabeth. I'm Toolizzforyou, Toolizzforyou on Instagram and Ravelry.
Yep. And thank you all for showing up. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
And some of you were replying to me on the Instagram account.
Yes.
I can tell you that having that Instagram account and being able to post the pictures of the boat with its stern cockeyed and half off was very instrumental in us getting a replacement boat. So, and for those of you who were concerned about how were we doing, we were not happy, to say the least, because that was the back part of the boat, like the back wall of the boat and the seat. So the seat you sit on in order to steer the boat, so you're sitting here and you're steering the boat here, this would come up and then come down and become flat like this for the swim platform. And it's from the swim platform that you get on your dinghy. Get on the dinghy, get off the dinghy, all that kind of stuff. Swim. And it was immovable because one of the two connectors at the bottom broke. And so as it broke, it shifted. So it was canted and it bent the other support. So while I wasn't, it seemed sturdy enough, but I attached the lifelines attached through this thing. So I reattached the lifelines through it so that they would help keep it on board the boat. And one of them I was able to reattach in the original place. So it was providing some real additional stability. But you really couldn't sit on it because you wouldn't know when it was going to do something else. So it made it a little more difficult to drive back because you couldn't be where you're supposed to be. But really, the boat wasn't going to sink. And in fact, had the whole stupid thing come off, then we could have gotten on and off the boat. That would have made it really easy. It's just that I didn't want to hazard getting on or off the boat, climbing over this broken superstructure with my knee, because my knee was doing really well. For those of you who haven't been hearing all of this, I tore the meniscus in my knee back last July, damaged it at Rhinebeck by trying to do way too much. So whatever volunteering I do at Rhinebeck this year will be done seated, not standing. And oh, by the way, the contract came in, so I'll have to read that in the email. Yes, we'll be teaching again at Rhinebeck, and I asked for Saturday, so I'll have to look at the contract to see if we have that date. I have a feeling we do. And I damaged it again. It took 6 weeks to get it somewhat close to being okay, and then it was pretty okay at Christmas.
And then you went sailing again in January.
Yes, and I twisted it 3 days in a row on the catamaran that we were on, which is when I found out I really shouldn't be standing on that netting. And so we had then canceled our plans, which didn't involve any reservations for spring break in the Bahamas, but canceled our mental reservations up here because you have to do a catamaran in the Bahamas because it's so shallow. And we decided to try a longer monohull in the BVIs, the British Virgin Islands, because we wanted to see, you know, if we're looking at potential boats for us to go on to longer term cruises, we do need a larger boat than the one we've got. So during this trip, we sailed the 45 main and jib up with a power, with an electric winch. It really was quite easy. I do think I would like to have, if not a roller furling main would be nice, because then you can just, you don't have to worry about it getting caught in the lazy jacks as it comes down. So it's a little more forgiving. Or you can take your main down when the boom is not directly centered on the boat, which if you're in really harsh conditions, you might not be able to face directly into the wind. Be that as it may. We were able to handle this boat. I was able to catch the moorings each time. I was really proud of myself because last January, so a year ago January, we were in Anegada on a boat, on a catamaran, that we didn't know then, but the transmission was broken. Yep. And when Richard thought it was in neutral, it was not. It was slightly in forward. And I was having the moorings ripped out of my hands. And I ended up injuring my fingers nicely. So I was so pleased when we were in Anegada this time, and I was able to pick up that mooring first time, secure it. We were good on a large monohull, and a lot of fear went out of me. 12-foot boat hook is really a necessity for me because that gives me more scope to pick up these mooring balls. And making sure the engine is behaving is a big deal, that you're in neutral when you think you're in neutral and you're in reverse when you think you are, yada, yada, yada. And so everywhere we went, knock wood, I was able to pick it up on the first try. So that means that you are then stable for the night. I also figured out a couple ways to run my lines so that they're really ready for when I pick up that mooring ball. So there was no hesitation about how to run these lines in order to make the bridle. And I think it went really well. What didn't go well was our first boat. Not only did the stern break, we had 3 refrigerators. The first one that was on the boat when we got on, the door didn't really close. So they decided that had to be fixed. And honestly, I didn't think it was a big deal, but I realize now it was a very big deal because when they took it off the boat, I saw in the back, the cord, parts of it had been burned through because the refrigerator was always running because the door didn't shut. So the fix-it guy ran off to get a new refrigerator, brought one back that I could see was easily 4 inches too short. And he brought it down into the boat, and then the air conditioner guy who was there, and yes, the air conditioner didn't work, but we didn't really care. Anyway, the air conditioner guy looked at him and said, "That is not right. Take that out and get the right side of the refrigerator." So he helped him get the refrigerator out of the boat and over to the storehouse to get the right size refrigerator, which was a lovely refrigerator. It actually has a latch so that you don't need a cabinet door. And it worked like a charm. It was great. The air conditioner man was from the moorings in Miami. So he not just because he was from Miami did he really know his stuff, but he really knew his stuff. Happened to be from Miami, and he was great. So we got those fixed. We found out that the shower in the main cabin didn't drain, so my husband fixed that. Then the toilet macerator leaked, so that...
You're really making people want to do this, Mom.
Well, wait a minute. So it was this particular boat. We have never had a boat that was this bad. And our second boat, Jada, like Jada Pinkett, was really very nice. It was clean. It was well behaved. The swim platform worked. It was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. It was a joy. And it was lovely to sail on. It was really great. And in fact, I was about ready to go swimming. And I was looking for my bathing suits. In fact, I was going to surprise my husband by coming out in my bathing suit. And I'm looking through my stuff and looking through my stuff. Now, this is on the second boat. And I can't find my bathing suit. And I'm going, oh my God, I've left it on the other boat. Oh, crumb. And these were suits that I had just gotten at Christmas because we were going sailing then. And then after dark, about 7:30, I realized, wait a minute, I think I put them in a drawer. And yes, I had put them in a drawer. So I didn't get to go sailing. I have to tell you that swimming, it takes me about a week and 2 days in one place. So rather than getting someplace, now what are you going to do? I need a couple days just to go, whew, and then I can start thinking about going swimming and doing this, that, and the other thing. I know it's cracked. I know it's cracked, but that's the way it is. Definitely going to have to stock shampoo and conditioner because I'm not going to be doing that kind of stupid stuff this summer. I didn't get to try out the kayak because the second boat didn't have a spinnaker halyard, so we didn't have a way to get it on and off the boat. Yeah, you know, the two places that we wanted to be able to do the kayaking were taken up by boat fixing. So the first day, we would have gone over to Peter or Norman Island, and both of those are great places to kayak, and I was really looking forward to it. But by the time we got off the dock on Monday, a week ago, there was no space over at Peter and Norman Island. So we went directly to Cooper. And I just wanted to calm down. It had already been a wreck from being on the dock all night and all the arguing back and forth about what was broken. And then we found bugs. We've never had bugs on any charter boat. Never. We had bugs in this boat. When we saw them, we killed them. So there's a few fewer bugs than there were before, but there were bugs. Then we raised the main.
She's really making you guys want to go and do
this,
aren't you?
Then we raised the main, and we found out that the main was cross-led on the two reefs.
Oh, my God.
So if you had pulled reef one line, it would have pulled on this first reef in the front, but the second reef in the back. So it would have been lopsided.
Oh, my God.
Yes. The back of the sail would have been shorter than the front. And then reef 2 in the front was cross-led to reef 1 in the back. So we spent Monday afternoon fixing that, which was good because we sailed the next day under the first reef over to Spanish Town, which was fun. We had a really nice dinner there at the Bath and Turtle, one of the restaurants that apparently survived the hurricane, and dinner was great there. They all had a sense of humor. It was really fun. So, yeah, the first boat was a dog, and in fact, give the dog a bad name. But really, it's the only boat we've had that had so many things wrong with it. And it just wasn't maintained. So, think carefully about chartering from moorings. We have chartered from Horizon. We have chartered from CYOA and St. Thomas. Another group of people we talked to chartered out of Soper's Hole with Voyager, I believe Voyager. And then another people we talked to on Yoast got their boat from TMM. So there are a number of different charter companies that...
Probably all with their up and downsides.
Yes, I'm absolutely certain of that. Absolutely certain. It was just this one particular boat. And I'm actually glad that we had sailing experience so that we could handle it.
Yeah.
I mean, we came back.
No one would have known how to deal with. If you didn't have experience, you wouldn't have known that it was cross-led.
No. And then you would have had difficulty with the main up, and that would have been just terrible.
The worst.
Because then you're under sail, trying to control the main, and it's not working right. That would have been a horror show. Then with the back falling off, again, we had the experience, we had the sailing experience that we were able to see how to handle the situation and make the best of it. But we have all our fingers and toes. Nothing's been really injured. And that was another test that I wanted to do, was could I go sailing on a boat without re-injuring my knee? My knee. Why I can't speak, I don't know.
Don't know either.
Better. I guess it's being up north again. But the sailing experience was fine. Just really fine. The bigger boat wasn't a big deal. And I have to tell you that we didn't come up to a dock by ourselves. The boat handlers at the moorings are superb. All three men that moved that boat were great. They were just great. So certainly their sail handling ability, their boat handling ability can't be beat. It was just the maintenance of the boat. So, but we had a good vacation. We had some great dinners. It's just that we lost 2 days because of boat stuff. But that won't stop us from sailing by any means. We spent the night at the Fort Burt Hotel in St. Thomas, which was a lovely little hotel. It was up the hill. It had a swimming pool. And if I hadn't been up since, 5:30?
I don't know.
Because she brought me to the airport. And traveling all day, flying down, getting on the ferry with no lunch, and then going right over to the moorings, yada, yada, yada. You got the picture. I was tired. And we really didn't get over to the hotel till just about sunset. And, so you all have pictures on Instagram for that. But it was a very nice place. The people there were lovely. They had sustained hurricane damage from, was Irma? I think it was Irma.
Irma was when I was a junior
it was an
or senior
I.
in college. Irene?
No. It was the I one before Maria, that hit the Florida Keys.
And Puerto Rico.
Yes. But so they got both. But the first one was with an I. And so they were rebuilding. Lovely room. We had a balcony that looked out over Roadtown Harbor. And then the moorings came and picked us up. So I have to say, the service people at the moorings were excellent. Really excellent. They just didn't check that one particular boat that well. So the port...
No, it is Irma, 2017.
Okay. It is Irma. And so the...
Well, they rotate.
I understand that. So the Fort Burt Hotel is a lovely place. Very nice people. Great breakfast. Dinner was good. I told her my food allergies, and she was able to craft a dinner that worked around them. Sweet lady. So that was very nice. And then last night's hotel was Olga's Fancy, and Richard was quite taken with the name. So I can't wait to see what this place is like. And I did post a picture from our patio porch balcony. That's the word I'm looking for. The balcony. I posted that on Instagram also. We looked out over not the main part of the St. Thomas Harbor, but just around the corner. And it's actually the working harbor, or part of the working harbor, because that's where the cargo ships go in and out of. And so we saw a couple of those. But you could hear the waves just slowly lapping at the shore. And it really was very nice. And again, I can recommend Olga's Fancy highly. It doesn't have a restaurant itself, but it is in Frenchtown, and there are easily 10, maybe 15 restaurants you can walk to, which is what we did. We walked to a restaurant for dinner last night. that we had seen reopen last year. We had, in fact, ate there the first night it reopened last year, and it was as good as it was last year. So Frenchtown is known for its restaurants. I can't remember the name of it. I want to say Hideaway, but it's right on the harbor at CYOA, Caribbean Yachts of America, something like that, CYOA, and CYOA is here, and they are here, so it's really very nice. But none of the knitting. We are both wearing our Andrea Mowry sweaters.
Yes, we are.
And it looks like I have a full sleeve over here.
No. Same. It looks like I have a full sleeve, too. Nope.
So this is where I've gotten. I have just, if you can see,
the body is done.
The body is done. So this is one color, and I should have carried this down to here, and I didn't. So what I decided to do is I saved some of this color, and I have now picked up for the sleeve, and then I fade into this, which I have a lot of. And then, honestly, this is another color, which in the ball looks a lot different than this color. In the sweater, they don't look a lot different.
That looks different
enough. Really kind of funny. And then it goes to this color. So, while I have some of this color left, I don't have a whole lot. And looking at it in the body of the sweater, I don't think it's worthwhile striping this one in. But I did separate this out. So what I will probably do, I have 10 inches left to go for this sleeve. 10 inches down to here. So, and I've already started the ribbing for the cuff. I want longer sleeves than this pattern actually calls for. It takes 1 inch to fade in the color. So if I want to have a 2 inches of this color, like I have 2 inches here, so that's 10 minus 2, that's 8 inches, so it's 7 inches. I need to start fading from this color into the bottom color. You like that math? That's my sweater math.
Good math.
And so that's what I plan to do. So we will be seeing Andrea Mowry on Saturday, and I will have the sweater done. In fact, I need to have the sweater done on Thursday because I'm doing it for Quidditch in the Harry Potter Knitting and Crocheting Club, and this is what I propose. So I'm hoping to get I'm hoping to get it past my elbow tonight, and then doing some more here. I've got events tomorrow night, and I've got a major event on Wednesday. Just found out that I'll be able to be there on Wednesday for my event at school. We have another death in the family. My aunt, her great aunt, has died either Friday or Saturday night. My mother is not really clear.
She called me. I texted you on Saturday, so it happened Friday because she got the email right before she went to bed because she checks her email every night before bed.
Yes.
So now I know, instead of, because calling her and telling her about my sweaters don't work, I'll just take a photo and send it to her, and she'll just email me back or call me.
Yes.
I have figured out my grandmother finally, grandmother reinvented, I guess. Right. But yes, she called me on Saturday. Where are your parents? Your mother is nervous. They're still away. It's okay. What happened? Oh, you're hungry. Oh, okay. Shit. Do we know the We don't know the details yet, but just thought you all should know. I guess I'll send you an email when I know when I get the email about the. Okay.
Yeah, because they're not going to have the funeral the next day, so. No,
so we weren't sure exactly that we were going to be able to be here this coming up weekend, but
we are.
We will.
It looks like the funeral will be
Memorial, I guess.
2 weeks, I guess. Yes. Although there's an outside thing too. Apparently, Mom said. Who knows? Maybe they're scattering ashes. We don't know.
We have no idea, and I don't think it's
April 13th. It's a Saturday, so we'll leave right after I give my exam in my class, and then we'll go on down to Virginia.
Yep.
That's what we'll do. So, this is what I've been working on for the past week.
This is what I've been working on.
Trying to stay awake in the boat, and you can see I did. And I love it. Look at this.
It's not as cropped as I was hoping, but...
Why is that?
Because apparently my row gauge grew as I was knitting because knitting in the swatch, you can get a lot of information. It's still not the excessive number of stitches that you have in a full sweater.
Right.
So it will be a little off.
Which,
you know what?
Sleeve. Oh, it pulls it in nicely.
Oh, we'll get to that. Give me a second.
All right.
So I finished it. I don't know if you can tell in person that it fades.
No.
Well, I did a lot of work to fade it. So
can you help me out here?
Yes, I can.
All right. You can keep talking.
Okay. So I have light, medium, dark down here. And actually, I did decide to block the body of the sweater because I wanted to be able to wear it even if I don't finish the sleeves fully.
It looks nice.
And I did do the tubular bind off. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
It's a Kitchener. It's a Kitchener stitch.
Tell them
all the way around.
How many stitches did you have to Kitchener?
Approximately 200.
Oh my gosh.
I get lots and lots of kudos for doing it.
Yes, that's a big deal. That is a very big deal.
It actually is beautiful. So I'm very pleased with it.
Oh, good.
And blocking helped that. So I haven't measured it flat yet, to see what the dimensions ended up being, but I think it looks nicely, not oversized, maybe 2 inches of positive ease. 3. I've got my Zweig on under this too, though.
I'd say maybe 2. Yeah.
So I like it. It's cozy enough, and I think it'll be a good just pal around sweater.
So the sleeves.
The sleeves
are very full.
They're very full. So I decided to go down a needle size and then follow the pattern appropriately. Because picking it up, it does pull it in. Mm-hmm. But I think with blocking it, it'll expand enough that it won't look like a puffed sleeve.
Yes.
Like a leg of mutton, kind of how this one is trying to be right now. But I'm very pleased with it. I was a little upset when I was blocking it because the darkest color did run, and so the very light bits of the background color are now gray instead of they're now.
Oh, now I see the fade.
Yeah, now you see the fade.
Now I see the fade.
So the natural or undyed sections of the background color are now slightly gray, which is fine, and actually it looks pretty nice dry. But it was kind of off-putting. I really should have done the Jasmine Knitmore
color catchers.
No,
I need to order some.
I should have done the Jasmine Knitmore
wash your yarn
before you do your project suggestion. I didn't. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I didn't do it. So that's what happens.
There was something else I wanted to order from Amazon. To think about it. Okay.
So yeah, so that was a learning thing. I do think I'm going to go through that prep though when I get ready to do some of my more color work sweaters. I have that yellow and purple one. I have a yellow and purple one.
That would be good. And then
I have
deep blues,
I think. Yeah. So just
and
something to think about.
Learned that with linen that you want to wash them beforehand, maybe a couple times, so that they're nice and soft.
Yeah.
Because linen can hurt your hands.
Well, and I've had it happen before. This was a bit more off-putting.
Dramatic.
Probably also because it was about 1:30 a.m.
Ah, well that'll...
That's what happens when you have to Kitchener 200 and something stitches.
And what night was this?
This was Saturday.
Okay. It wasn't a work night.
Well, I went and I had to work on Sunday, but I didn't have to be there until 10.
Okay.
So it was okay.
What did you do on Sunday?
I had to watch them dig the sewer line. Or for the sewer line. So, yeah. Except then the subways were totally screwy because the E was running on the F line. So, I took a crosstown bus by myself and I didn't screw it up this time.
Excellent.
I'm very good at buses and public transport in other cities and trains in my own city. Buses, not so much.
I know the number 4. That's all the one I know.
The bus?
Yes.
Ah.
You get on at Penn Station, it takes you up
to Manhattan College?
Manhattan, no. Up Madison.
Mm.
It's the bus I used to take when I worked for the railroad.
Ah.
And I would get up and walk over one street, and then it would actually stop in front of my office on 5th Avenue for the way home.
Oh, that's
yes.
the best.
Yes, it was the best. So
that's
the number
best.
4 was my friend.
Yeah. I thought about taking the other one that
does not work in St. Thomas.
Oh.
No. We got an excellent taxi today, and in fact, I wish I knew the name of the company, but, it's going to be another year before we're there. But he showed up within a couple minutes. He was great.
Good.
So I did check Uber. Kind of guessing if Uber's not there, Lyft isn't there.
Maybe not.
But I didn't
But
check
also,
that.
you never know in a year if it'll
That's
be there.
True. That's true.
So yeah, so I've been working on this pretty steadily.
I can tell.
On Saturday, actually, last Saturday it must have been. Must have been last Saturday. Yeah. Last Saturday and Sunday, I got all of color 3 done.
Oh my goodness.
And then it took me about a week to get color 4 done, the rest of the week. But that was okay because I was...
Yes.
I fell asleep on the couch a few times. It happens.
It happens. I was falling asleep at 9 o'clock at night on the boat.
Yeah.
And, well, because you rock, it's just really gentle. It's not even this much. It's like... But it's so nice and comforting that I was actually, sticking myself to make sure I'd stay awake till 10 o'clock because I didn't want to wake up in the middle of the night going, I'm awake. Let's do something. I will say that I generally slept longer. So...
That's good.
find being on the boat great.
That's good.
The mattresses were great. Those mattresses were wonderful on the boat.
That's really good.
Yes. The second boat had a great shower. Very, very much like the shower on our boat.
Ah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Here to help. And there's your Zweig.
And my
I'm not wearing a sweater because I just got off the plane.
Yeah.
Plane got in early. So
it did. It got in early, but then it sat for a little bit.
It did, because
Which
our
is
gate was, you have gate times, especially at JFK, and we couldn't get cross traffic to get to our gate.
Which is fine.
Elizabeth came and picked us up, so thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
And then we got takeout for dinner, because there's nothing in this house.
Yep.
And then I'll go to one event tomorrow, and I'll run the other event on Wednesday. Everybody who's helping on this event are losing their minds, including people that don't have much to do other than sit there.
No, but that's so much fun!
Why
it's so much fun to lose your mind.
Because I've been out of the country, that's why.
Yes, well.
So
much more fun to lose your mind over it.
It is.
So.
But now I'll be there. So, yes, now what?
So
Did something come?
Hold on, we'll get to that.
Oh.
But you've been pretty monogamous.
I have.
I have to sneeze again.
I didn't hear you sneeze the first time. God bless you.
I think I coughed the first time. I meant
you did.
Yeah. So, I have a thumb gusset.
Oh, my.
On Mom's first mitt. So, whichever hand. I think it's your left hand.
Okay.
It should grow a little bit when we
block it
too. Yeah, I know. Mitts with the watch don't work out so well. Yeah, so I think if I finish this, this repeat, it'll be up to your...
That's perfect.
Up to there, and then I can split off the thumb.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do the last repeat, and it should come up to about there. That's good.
Great. Oh, they'll be great. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I've been trying to work on them pretty steadily when I can.
We're going sailing in May while Marlon is on at her family's wedding down at...
Where are we going? Where are you going?
Guyana. I think we're going to just go to Northport or something like that.
Mm.
Because not much is open north of here.
Which weekend of May?
I have no idea. I have to look at a calendar.
Okay.
We have it in the office calendar.
Okay.
I'm not keeping track of these things. I just want to get through the semester.
I know.
I am not keeping track. So it's like I'm going to get through this event on Wednesday. Just like you have something that you're just dealing with at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just dealing with Wednesday. I want to get through Wednesday. Yep. And then it's a downhill sleigh ride from there.
Woo!
Yes. So that is lovely.
So I've been working on that for you.
You haven't been monogamous at all.
No. So I'm not ignoring it. But I also appreciate the fact that you know that I'm working on it, but also that the fact that it is the second time I'm knitting it, I'm a little frustrated with it. It's okay though, because
if they could be done by the time we go sailing in
May, I'm hoping to.
Yes.
So then, this is the test shawl that I was started for Julia from Padia's Jewels. It's with a sport and a fingering weight.
They are so pretty.
They are. But I'm not sure that I'm loving it in the pattern. I think I'm going to do a few more repeats and see how it shows up. But I see what you mean. It's more marled.
Yeah.
It's more marled than I would like, and I think it's because I need one of them to be fuzzier. I either need a fuzzy alpaca, like sport weight, or like a mohair, but I really like this lace color.
It's very pretty.
It is.
Do I have any?
I don't know.
No, I've got like pinks.
Yeah.
That's not going to do.
Not really.
No.
So,
well,
yeah.
Rats.
Yeah.
That's what I say, it's rats.
But there's, so I'm going to, I think, do another repeat or so, or not a repeat because it's still growing, so it's still in a chart. The pattern is super lovely, just like most of her patterns, or the other pattern I also tested for her, the hat, was lovely. It's just so lovely, and it's gonna be beautiful. I
actually might want to have colors that are fairly close together.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
Because then I think the pattern will show up.
That's what I think so, too. It's a little muddied.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to post it to the group and see what everyone thinks, and we'll go from there. I've been a little...
I wonder if you could get something this weight in a fuzzy.
That's what I was saying. Like
not
fuzzy alpaca sport. Yeah.
Ah. That's maybe just
closer
a little
to that.
Darker,
yeah.
Just like
yep.
a breath darker.
Yep.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So this dude is still on my wrist. I have not gone and gotten the cyst checked out again yet.
Work has been busy.
Work has been busy. And I'm trying not to have multiple weeks in a row where I have doctor's appointments. Currently, this week is the first week without one in a little bit, in like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I go back to another one the week after. So I think I'm going to call for a second opinion, because I already know what the first guy's going to say at least. Which is fine. If that's
the answer.
That's fine. But some friends of ours, Rachel and another woman at Knitting, have recommended another wrist specialist, and so I think I'm going to call over to him and see if I can get an appointment with him, because
always good to have it.
It hurts, and I would really like to be able to do push-ups again. Like, I can do them. I can do like 3 before it starts actually being painful. That's the other thing I've realized over the last week or two, is that there's a point of muscle burnout, and there's a point of actual pain, like damaging pain.
We don't like damaging pain.
And so I think the next thing I have to do is also get my knees checked out again, and just get an update on where they're at, and maybe do some PT and figure out a way to stabilize things there, because I've actually had a few sharp pain issues. Specifically when I try and do burpees. So no burpees for me. Just squats.
I don't think I could do a burpee.
You could do it.
No, not at the
I think you could do it.
We'll see.
I think you could do it. I don't think you could do it very fast, but I think you could do it.
Okay. Okay.
You can.
That would be funny to show
squat.
Joe.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Joe.
Can it be our goal by next Christmas to
yeah.
actually blatantly just be like, sure, we'll go to Orange Theory?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah. We're going to do that to Joe.
Oh my god, yes.
Joe is my nephew. He's 3 weeks older than she is. He's
18 days.
6'8".
So he and I are a foot apart, 3 weeks apart, and he and I are the tallest members of each gender of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
And he always invites Richard and I to go to Orange Theory with him. And we just laughed. It would be so funny if we took him up on it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That sounds
good. And even if not, if we just like...
Yeah, we're going. We'll meet you there.
We should...
Why don't you pick us up?
I feel like we should just with Laura too, be like, we should all just like do a class just for giggles. And like... I don't even care if I'm the most winded person in that class, because I feel like my exercise level will be better than they have ever seen it. I mean, now it's probably better than they've ever seen it. But yeah, oh my god. Oh my god.
That would be great.
I think he would die if he saw you do a burpee. Oh my god, it's my new goal to get you to do burpees.
It will be great.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Okay. So what else is going on?
So I showed you the shawl. Those are my 3 projects that I'm kind of working on. I am going to try not to cast on all of the things once this Shifty is done, because I want to do all of the sweaters. So yeah, so the next thing that I'm going to cast on is the Nimbus, or not Nimbus, Niobe from, it's the worst. And I think it's out of one of the books that we both have, but I can also look at my queue because I've been reorganizing my queue since February. Yes, Niobe. It's from French Girl Knits.
Oh yeah, we have that.
Yeah, and I have one. And I think I'm going to do the sleeves fully in the mohair, and then I'm going to do the body in holding the mohair and the DK together.
Very nice.
And I think I'm going to make it a little longer.
Did you see Asylum Fiber, that sweater that she did?
Yes, I did.
Very pretty.
The as if, yeah.
Yes.
It is very pretty.
I would make it longer, but...
Well, you can totally do that.
Of course you can. Just what I did with this.
I know.
I would have my sleeve
and
done if I hadn't made it longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I hadn't added an extra color, I'd be done with at least one sleeve.
But if wishes were horses, we'd all be kings.
Yeah.
But, you know, I also wouldn't wear the sweater if it was a crop top. I don't. At this moment, my belly doesn't need to see the light of day. But if I'm doing burpees...
Oh my god. So, last time we mentioned that... Time before that. Sometime in the recent past, we mentioned that Pandia's Jewels was having a sale.
Yes.
And I ordered yarn.
Yes, I do remember that.
It arrived.
Oh, right.
So here is my Rustic Beauty set.
Oh, that is so pretty.
All singles, and it's fun.
This is looking more green than it actually is.
Yeah, it's more of a rust kind of
it's very
yellow.
Pretty.
It's lovely. So I have Fondue Anyone, Fossil, and Shadows.
I like Fossil.
I like it all. So,
is this Fossil?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. So,
I have a thing for speckles.
Yeah, you do. So I'm currently deciding, I need to finish a few other sweaters first, and then...
Is that enough for a sweater? Well, for you, because you crop them.
Well, also because I'm thinking of adding a 4th color and maybe doing that sweater from... Hohi, that's the stripes.
Okay.
That Neighborhood did the partnership with her for.
Mm-hmm.
The asymmetric stripe thing. Mm-hmm. It looks amazing, and I'm like very tempted by it. So this I got from Pandia's Jewels, and I also got a mini skein of her Merlot colorway, which is a deep red. It's a deep red. It's, like, really blowing out in the camera. But it's a super deep red, which I think...
Let me see. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So, I think it's going...
There. It looks a little purple, but there, I think the top.
I think it's a little purpley. It's like
it's
Merlot
gorgeous.
wine.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
So
people.
I think I'm going to pair it with my Montauk Monster and my 2018 Rhinebeck colorway to become a Canyon Road by Casapinka.
Oh, very nice.
I'm like really happy with it.
I love
look
it.
at how
I love
beautiful it is.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
It is
it's
absolutely gorgeous.
It's coordinating enough.
Why do I want to make all the sweaters that you've made?
Or want to make as well?
Yes.
Because we have similar styles.
I guess.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
I have no idea how that works. That is gorgeous.
So, yes.
Just stunning.
So I got those. So those came in the mail. And then...
There's more?
There's more.
Uh-huh.
I fell down. So...
Ooh!
No, this one I had for a while, but you'll see in a second. So...
Yes. Yucky Gaming.
Yeah. So...
Is that from this year?
Yes.
Okay.
So Shelby, Gigi's daughter, was made a pin by that damn Della of Lolobeans Yarns, and I figured I had to have the set. I had to have both Gigi and Shelby, so I got Shelby's pin.
Shelby's so nice.
I know, and she's lovely, and I just look at that.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it.
It's so amazing, and I love it. So that came, and then I saw that damn Della had that damn Della pin. It says #that damn Della.
All right, so now that I have to start wearing my hair back in braids or back like this, I would like someone to make headbands, or no, just clips.
Long hair
clips. Long clips. The clips are like 3 inches that I could be wearing things like that on my head.
Okay.
I think that'd be hysterical, wouldn't it?
I think they make them.
Maybe we can make our own. Knitting on our jeans going outside of my head.
So I had to get a pin, and then she had DK minis of 20 grams, which is about 50 yards.
Yes.
And this is in her overshadowed colorway, which is a really kind of lovely dimensional black, but it's like kind of dimensional in there if you look at it.
Yes, there's red in there.
There's red and like some blue.
Yes.
So it's more than just solid black, which
that would be gorgeous in a sweater. It would reflect different colors depending on the light that you're in.
Yeah. So I have been staring at my skein of Yakagani Highland Festival DK. Bless you. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was my father sneezing.
In the office.
Of Yakagani, and it's just perfect. And I was thinking of making a set of skew socks out of it, and I know that I need about 120 grams of DK weight. So I think I'm going to do the very first section, the little toe section, and the cuffs.
Nice.
As much, or as much as it ends up being in the Lolobean DK, and then the rest of the sock in Yakagani. Yeah. So I thought that would work really well. So we're gonna play with the skew sock pattern because they fit my feet really well.
Yes, they do,
and I really like them, and I like wearing them to work. I like wearing my socks to work because I'm in a metal box in a concrete building, or in the cellar of a concrete building that isn't completely finished. So it's cold.
Yet?
No. Oh. Remember how I said we're still digging for the sewer line? Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. We had a work event, like a company-wide work event on Thursday, and people were like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm doing," and they're like, "How's the office?" And I'm like, "It's fine, except we still have porta potties." And they're like, "Oh, my darling." And I'm like, that's why I work from home some days. And they're like, "Yes." I'm like, yeah. Sometimes you just can't bring yourself when you think about it. No, you just can't. Though, the fact that it's been getting warmer has made it a lot easier
That's good.
But yeah, so
yeah, that outhouse idea is not attractive.
No. So yes, I bought pins and I bought some yarn.
They're gorgeous.
I'm still stocking. I don't know if I mentioned it, but Lolobean Della posted her colorway, her Nymphadora Tonks colorway that she did as a mystery club a few months ago, and I love this colorway because I love Tonks, but I also love this colorway, and I have been continually stalking her page and such. Some? No, because it's not available yet to those who were not in the club. Huh. But believe you and me, when it becomes available, it's gonna be mine.
Excellent.
So yeah, so that is where it's at. I think I'm gonna cast on that Niobe first, and I'm gonna try and power through that because it's just a one color, pretty much DK weight sweater. So you know,
not bad.
Not bad at all. DK worsted, something like that, and then I think I'm gonna do the Sturgill because I really want to get that done. It's out of Vogue Knitting Live yarn, and it's just, yes, it's new. Yes, I just said I was going to try and knit some older stuff. No, I don't care. It's exciting me. And
you're using stuff you have.
Exactly. And then I'm thinking May might be
work on
whips. So.
I did not work on the other sweater at all because I was monogamous on this one because I knew that I wanted to finish it. And I think I will. And if I don't, I'll at least get the second sleeve down to wherever this first sleeve is to at least to be able to wear it and to turn it in for points for good old Hogwarts. But then the next thing is that linen sweater because I'm going to work through these whips. Not only work down the yarn as if
that's cute because remember we have
yes
the Long Island yarn crawl in 2 weeks.
2
weeks. It's a week from this Thursday.
Mark your calendars.
Yes, get excited. Download your passports.
That's right.
Print them out. Print out your labels for your hats.
I have my labels someplace here. Yes, I printed out several pages. I'm going to do those. So that you can all do in advance.
Yes.
And be prepared. And the stores are getting revved up.
Yep.
Most of them will have specials.
Yeah.
So we are very excited about the whole
We are making plans.
We are making plans.
I have some plans that I need to fill you in on.
Yes.
Well, and how we are driving, it's very exciting.
Okay, and we're heading to coffee shop.
Yes. Okay. Believe me, I have the coffee shop in the plan.
Okay.
Problem is that Oceanside closes early on Saturday, like 4 o'clock early, so we have to hit Oceanside first on Saturday and then drive out to East Hampton or Southampton or wherever it is.
We can do that.
And then we're going to go backwards on the South Shore, and then we'll finish in, like, the islip area. Like, we'll finish on our way back. That's the thought.
That's fine.
We could do, we'll do, lunch or, brunchy out in the Hamptons, and we should be back in the area we should be back, home-ish for dinner, is the thought.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, so this weekend is Andrea Mowry at Murmrr in Brooklyn.
Yes.
String Thing Studio is also having a bit of a pop-up shop kind of thing. Yeah, we need to talk and see
if we can
make that. That's, I believe, happening all weekend, if not just Saturday. And if you do go into the shop, wish Felicia a belated birthday. Happy birthday. It was her birthday last week. If you do not follow String Thing Studio, go follow them on all the social medias.
She is so nice.
She is lovely. And we hope to, hopefully soon,
and
one day.
many more returns of the day.
Yes. And we hope soon one day to get to a Friday night knit night.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great.
So hopefully we'll be able to get out there sometime in the near future.
That would be good.
You okay there?
No. I think
just
I
a yarn
blip.
Yarn blip. So, yeah, I don't know if there are still tickets available to the Andrea Mowry event, but if there are, grab them if you don't have them.
And we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be there.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. Oh, I have to find my not find it, but I have to make sure I have my fade with me as well.
Yes.
Oh, it's so funny. Tanya texted me and she goes, "Tell me not to steek my weekender." And I was like, "No, wear it on Saturday and ask Andrea's opinion."
Good point.
I mean, if there is that opportunity, but you know.
I don't think it's going to be that huge.
I don't know.
It's not like Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the event's going to be like. I've never been to this venue.
That's
so
true. All right.
We'll see. But it's super exciting. Just
we're wearing our Andrea Mowry
It's going to be great. It's nice to have an event that's yarny in the spring.
Yes.
That isn't the yarn crawl. So, something else to look forward to.
It is. And I always like listening to people.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
And I think
getting their perspective on things.
Yep. So, next week we will let you know how that went.
Yes.
The status of our sweaters. Hopefully we will have a photo of us and finished sweaters at the Andrea Mowry event. And maybe we'll even talk about if we have hopeful buying lists, shopping lists. There we go. Words. They're hard. Shopping lists for the yarn crawl.
Yes.
Because I have some ideas of what I'm in need of, but
okay,
they have rules around them, which you know is typical.
Right. We have bent rules.
We have bent rules.
Yes.
Which can be bent
to some extent.
To some extent.
I have done an inch tonight.
I texted him or I sent him something and I was like, yeah, it's you friendly. And he goes, oh, that's exciting. And I go, yeah. And then it must have been when I was with him 2 weekends ago and I was wearing a sweater that wasn't him friendly. And he goes, it's not me friendly. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. And he goes, you're allowed to have sweaters that are not me friendly. You have been knitting longer than you have known me. And I was like, what about yarn that I buy after meeting you? And he goes, you can, if you need that color and you need that yarn, just buy it. I don't need to hear about how you couldn't get it because it's not me friendly. And I was like, you just don't want to hear me whine. That's cute.
Very cute.
So that's one thing. I don't know. It's random, and because I'm loving on the way my Zweig is looking, and yes, I did wear my Zweig last week. Don't care. It's pretty decent, and it's really pretty, and it fits me well, and no one comments on it at work that I wear it too much, so I don't care. But I saw on Instagram, someone did a one-color one. Oh, it was so pretty. I mean, I don't know what they did here, but I was just thinking about it. If you did this in like a rib or a broken rib so that it doesn't pull in as much, or you go up a needle size or two to do that rib, that would be beautiful. Yeah. Oh, all the ideas coming in. You need to stop them. You need to knit the plan.
That's right.
Currently, I'm on track. Write down the plan. Yeah, currently I'm on track for knitting a sweater a month. So, we're getting there.
Yes.
Yeah. I did not do a Make 9. A lot of people on Instagram are updating their Make 9s. I didn't do it, so I feel a little bit...
Because I always break those promises.
Yeah,
I'm much better at making silent promises to myself. And then doing those. But to be making these verbal promises, people say, oh, it makes you stick to it. Not me. No. Not me. So.
No, remember me, the girl who was not going to cast on new stuff just yet? Yeah, no, I'm definitely casting on that Vogue piece after I do the Niobe. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so that's that.
All right. So we'll have lots to talk about on next Sunday.
We should.
Sounds good.
And... so, we're not ready to weave in our ends just yet, but...
we're close.
We're close.
We're very close.
You weave in those ends, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye. Bye.